When it's hot out, it's really hard to feel elevated and chic. I feel like when it's cold, you can mix and match a lot of different fabrics. You can add a lot of textures to your outfit and it'll look very chic and put together. I am someone who does not do well with jean shorts. So today I'm gonna show you some of my favorite elevated outfits that you can wear when it's super warm outside, especially if you hate trends. It's not an anti-trend video, but these are things that I would consider to be a little bit more on the timeless or have been around for long enough for me to feel confident showing it to you as a timeless piece. This does not mean that these will not be cool one day and these will be out of style. They will 100% be out of style, but that is never gonna stop me from wearing these outfits. So this piece is very 90s chic. It's shapeless, it's good for when it's hot, but you still wanna look really elevated. The square neck and the spaghetti straps kind of remind me of Rachel Green. I should be wearing this with a strapless bra, but I'm not. Actually, to be quite honest, during summer, I will wear them with nipple stickies. If you are someone who is into that, and you can, I know that the nippies are the coolest one, but in my experience, the ones that actually last and stand all day and you don't have to constantly replace them are surprisingly the Victoria's Secret pink one. Those have been very much my friend. But I like this because it's really simple, really easy. This is something I got at Madewell many years ago that I just like to throw on, and I like to feel elevated and not worry so much about my figure. This is something that I would normally wear to the office, but I obviously wouldn't just wear spaghetti straps to the office. So I'm pairing it with a blazer. So this is great because I love the fact that it has the fringe. This is something that I actually end up renting from Nuuly that I end up keeping. And this is a perfect outfit if you want to look really professional in the office and then leave and then go out and be very cute. This is something that I bought, I think in preparation for Cancun for a wedding that I was actually going to wear this clothes and then a mini skirt under. However, ended up getting stuck at the airport and missing that wedding. So I gotta find an excuse to wear it. This is it. I love it. It's just a little bit of touch of personality. It's not something you see on a lot of pieces, and it's not super trendy. So I don't feel like I will be ashamed to wear this in like 10 years, which is the whole point. The Gingham trend, I would not consider it a trend, especially because I feel like Gingham has been around for a very long time. I feel like we've seen it everywhere. And I also feel like this dress does have a slight trad wife feel to it. However, I do not care because I love this dress. This dress is the most body flattering dress that I own. Look at it. I feel like I look so snatched here. It poofs out. And the one thing that's amazing about this dress, it is lined. That is not a very common thing. If you have bought a dress recently, you will see that a lot of things are not lined. I do like this dress, especially because it just makes me feel very feminine, makes me feel very small, makes me feel very cute, but it's also something that is one, crazy breathable, especially as a lined piece, but two, it just makes me feel like I have my life together, and people often will say that I look very dressed up when I wear this dress, when in reality, I'm just wearing a dress. I would say that if you were looking for the most effortless, elevated outfits, dresses are always going to be your friend. And this one is great because it's small pattern. I'm a small woman. I am 5'3", 5'2" on a good day. I'm 5'2" to 5'4", depends on the day, surprisingly. I feel like every time I measure myself, I'm different, but I'm not a tall woman. Therefore, a lot of things, a lot of big, bold patterns can actually really overwhelm my figure. I love this dress. I will say I feel like when I had my hair down, especially now that I have this humid hair thing going on, I feel like having my hair down is not nearly as flattering. I feel like I need to pull it up. I do feel like in some ways I do want to modernize this dress. I'm currently styling it in my indoor shoes because I have indoor outfit shoes that I use just for these videos, but I love this because it makes me just feel like I super have my life together. It also has pockets, but it's a fantastic way to make it look like you have put in a ton of effort when you just put one thing on. And it makes me just feel very, yeah. This is something that I actually like to wear with Converse when I go walk my dog because the juxtaposition of both is very interesting, but it's also just a fun, chic outfit that you could just throw on and look like you put in a huge effort. This is a perfect, I'm gonna go spend time with my in-laws kind of dress because it is very flattering to the figure and it's also conservative enough to be conservative, but it's also very feminine. I don't believe in leaning in or out of femininity. I know that's a thing right now, but I feel like this is just a very flattering. And honestly, I have no other things to say besides I just feel really pretty in this. So this one was really inspired, surprisingly, by Pedro Pascal. He was wearing these tailored black trousers and then this black sleeveless t-shirt top. It was very chic, very cool. It gave off this very elevated, elegant kind of silhouette to him. I know that it's not really meant for women, but I really wanted to put my own feminine spin on it, which is why I went with a halter top. These are actually linen. I love these a lot just because they're, one, really breathable, and I feel like a lot of linen clothing, when you put it on, you sit for a few minutes and it just instantly wrinkles and looks like trash. And there are times where I think that's actually a very chic look. Actually, a lot of times I think that's a very chic look, but I really want something that wasn't going to scream wrinkled. The black print and the tailoring, you have a little bit of tailoring here. It's pinched here, it has a little bit of ruching, which already kind of gives it its own silhouette. It flows really nicely, it's super breathable, and I just wanted to wear something that had that kind of masculine element, but still having a little bit of a feminine twist on it that would still be really flattering to my body. If you've been following my channel at all, you would know that I love a tailored trouser. I love a good pair of wool pants. It's too hot for that garbage right now, so these are a perfect middle ground for me. I like it a lot, and also it just feels very fun to wear this. Like, I feel like I want to wear this both to vacation and to the office. I don't think I'd ever wear this to the office, but I could definitely wear it with like a t-shirt and it'd be an elevated look. It's just a little bit higher than a step up from jeans, and if you are someone who doesn't like showing their legs during summer, this is a perfect middle ground for you. I always feel like striped trousers look a little too casual, like they look a little too much like pajamas. I always feel like striped trousers always look just like a smidge too much like pajamas. So the way that I like to deal with that is to wear some form of sandal with a heel and to belt it, because you're obviously not going to wear a proper leather belt and heeled sandals with pajamas unless you are, and then good for you. I love this one. This was originally supposed to be a piece for the vest, which I do like, but I decided to switch them up and just make more outfits out of them. This is another version of wearing some form of tank top with some form of pleated trousers. I like the pleats. I think the pleats add a lot of personality. I also like these trousers. I like the fact that they're striped. The only downside is that you can kind of see the pockets. It's very interesting because in some lights, like this light for example, I feel like I could see the pockets, not all the time, but I do like this. I feel like I look very elevated. I don't feel like I look like I'm trying to be too casual. I don't look like I am trying to be elevated. It just looks like I am naturally this stylish. It's something that's really simple. You just kind of throw it on. It looks like it's all intuitive, but it wasn't. It was very mindful. I want to talk about this tank top for a second. This is a tank top by Buck Mason. Buck Mason tank tops have this one amazing feature where they have little straps inside where you can actually use it to hook your bra, and that prevents your bra strap from showing. I need to actually loosen these, but it's amazing because they will actually hide your bra straps. They will make sure that they don't budge. It's one of the weird things that you would never really think about, but they definitely thought about it. I like this outfit as a whole just because it just looks very effortless and it looks really elevated. I am someone who does not consider myself really effortless or elevated. I am both casual and I try too hard, but I feel like this is a great middle ground for me. I love this outfit. I found a way to make this work for me. So I am now styling a vest and trouser short combo. Normally I would style this vest with these trousers, which I have. It's a very cute look. I like this as a combination, but I really wanted to try to style it in different ways. I've worn this with a skirt. It wasn't as flattering, but I feel like with shorts, it's really flattering. If you are looking for a vest that's going to be very tight on your body and show a lot of figure, this is not it. This is truly supposed to be breathable, comfortable, and I feel like this is really nailing it. I feel like when I styled this two together, it's really cute. I actually like the outfit, but I also decided to style it with a black blazer on top of it, and I kind of look like Beetlejuice, so mixing it up was actually a little bit more flattering as an outfit. However, I do still wear these two together. But if you are looking for something that's gonna be really tight, that's gonna show a lot of figure, this is not it. This is a little bit looser, this is a little bit more breathable, this is supposed to be elevated for really warm days. These trouser shorts are probably my most worn shorts that I own. I don't actually own denim shorts. The last time I owned denim shorts, they might be somewhere in like a bin where I'm going to donate, but I always feel like it just looked a little too casual for me. I feel like I looked a little too sloppy, a little bit too dressed down. I feel like trouser shorts are perfect for this. I have seen people wear trouser shorts where they go down to here. That kind of reminds me of the early 2010s when people were doing that, but I like this. This is a perfect length. These are just worn in a ton of other videos. If you want more reasons why I love them, I can link other videos for you, but these are some of my most worn things during summer just because they're comfortable, they're casual, but you can't tell that they're trouser shorts. Even like when I put my legs together, they look a little bit more like a skirt. It's just a cute little outfit that might not be the most body grabbing or the most figure showing, but it's definitely the most comfortable when it's hot as heck. So I personally just got over COVID and my body is different, which is totally fine. I just survived a disease that caused a global pandemic. But this is a dress that I love wearing on vacation. One thing I do love about this is that if you are someone who has fluctuating weight, like yours truly, where you kind of always fluctuate between like 2 or 3 sizes, getting a very stretchy tensile dress is perfect because not only are you wearing something that's going to be very, very stretchy and comfortable on your figure, but you want something that'll be there for you when you are up a few dress sizes or when you're down a few dress sizes. There are very few pieces that I own that prepare me for that, and this is really it. I love the fact that you can tie it because I feel like normally bodycon dresses, especially when it's hot, if they're bodycon all the way down, it's very uncomfortable. But this there's a tie waist, so it's almost like it's cinching in your waist when you want to. You can open it up. I just don't find it nearly as flattering. This is something that I like to wear that is very, very comfortable. It'll definitely take you through a lot of different seasons. This is the only piece of color that I have on this rack, but it is a very elevated piece that if you are someone who is going to sweat a lot, or if you are someone whose weight fluctuates, a dress like this is actually really helpful for when your body isn't what it normally is. If it's a little too small or a little too large, this one is for when I gain a little bit of weight, which will inevitably happen because I'm a human. But when that does happen, this dress is my friend. I also feel like this very tulip is very vacation-y. Vacation-y without shouting. I got this at a resort. It's something that you look like you would wear out to dinner in your hometown when you're dressing up versus wearing out on vacation or wearing by the beach. It makes me feel like when you used to tie those scarves around your waist, it's just a very easy, elegant outfit to put on. And it is there for me on the days that my figure are different, which I love because I'm super happy that I survived COVID again. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys at another video. Do you have anything you'd like to say? She agrees.